Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Lamborghini Preem back again talking this boxing shit. You know, speaking on this Rigo versus Lomachenko shit, just an update. Judging from Rigondeaux Twitter and shit, because I was looking on that shit a little earlier, it looks as if the fight is official now. And if the fight is official now, I'm taking Rigo to win by stoppage. Not necessarily KO, but definitely stoppage. Either on cuts, some shit swelling, a broken eye socket, broken jaw, some shit like that. But I also do expect Rigondeaux to touch the canvas on this fight too. Lomachenko is just too skilled. You can't discount that. And he's a much bigger guy. Much bigger guy. So with those two things in play, man, I do expect him to land on Rigondeaux at least once. You know what I'm saying? I don't think whatever he do land on him, he won't land it on him more than once. But you know, Rigondeaux seemed to go down pretty easily. When not even easily, he just seems to go down often. You know what I'm saying? So it just, to me, it seemed like Lomachenko has a good chance to knock him down. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I feel like I don't see no chance for Lomachenko to win unless he knocks out Rigondeaux. And that's a possibility, but Loma not known to be a hammer fist puncher, you know what I'm saying? He not really known to have dynamite at his fist, so he probably wouldn't take Rigo all the way out, despite the fact that Rigo is a lot smaller than him. But, you know, I say for this fight, man, these guys have very evenly matched skill sets, but when you look at the very fine details, you can see that Rigondeaux is slightly superior. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it because he's a smaller guy. Just overall, when you take a look at it, just break it all down to its simplest terms, the guy is a smaller guy, so things move on a much faster level with the smaller guys. They seem to throw punches faster, move faster, you know, do things like that. Everything seems to be at a higher rate of speed. So when you factor that in and then compare it and contrast it to a guy like Lomachenko, who's dealing with guys who's equally as speedy, but it's just it's a slight amount slower, a tad slower. You know what I'm saying? You can get that edge to Rigondeaux. And plus the things that Rigondeaux does, the top level opponents, you know. You can see people do things to Lomachenko that ruin them. You can see things that you can see the things that Rigondeaux does to destroy high level opponents, like the different, like I was watching way back in the day. I remember checking out my man Wilson Caden. Shout out to him. You know, want to see you do some more videos sometime soon. He used to do these really good film studies showing like the different things Rigondeaux was doing in there, like the subtleties in his lead foot dominance, and you know, doing things, shooting in places where just physically his opponent in No Nino Donaire in this specific case couldn't return fire, even though it looks like he could return fire. He was doing things to disarm Donaire that we as boxing fans would completely overlook. We wouldn't even notice. You know, it just looks like they're not punching, but what's really going on is Rigondeaux is putting himself in position to strike at the highest level and not be hit at all. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and it's a magical shit to watch when you know what's going on, or when you realize what's going on. You know, because, and like I said, these are not bums he was doing this shit to. You know, looking at the Amagasa fight, like that's still one of my favorite fights. He seemed to be at a disadvantage in every aspect. Amagasa looked huge. You know what I'm saying? He looked massive. Looked like a 40-pounder in there with Rigondeaux. And who knows how big he actually was, but he was huge. You know what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. You figure Rigo had to punch up the entire time. That's a lot harder than, just actually punching at your level or down. It's some other shit, It's a very difficult feat, the way that he was fighting to fight like that. Check it out sometime, yo. You watch that fight, you see some special shit in there, truly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But like I was saying, to compare it and contrast it with Lomachenko, Salido was able to really totally disarm Lomachenko at times. And I just never seen nobody do that to Rigo, you know. So I mean, it can be done to Lomachenko. It seems like there are holes in this game, that can be exploited. A few more than are in Rigondeaux's, but the great equalizer is gonna be that power and the size, Loma's a big guy compared to Rigo. This shit could go left, you know what I'm saying? But if I had to bet my money right now, if I had to bet an amount that I would deem enough for me to give a shit about, I would definitely throw it on Rigondeaux to win by a 12-round decision. Actually, like I said, I expect a TKO, but for the safe bet, I go just Rigo to win. But if I was going to bet, be on some high roller shit, try to get some better odds, I would take Rigondeaux by stoppage, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Cuts, swollen eye, broken jaw, broken orbital, some shit like that. You know what I mean? And like I said, Lomachenko's still one of the illest out there right now, but I just think they're lauding him prematurely. They give him way too much credit. And ain't nothing wrong with hyping a motherfucker, but I mean, goddamn, they compare this motherfucker to Ali and shit. This motherfucker got a record of a loss on his record already. Like, get the fuck out of here. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't hating on the man. They gotta sell this motherfucking product, sell it, goddammit. But yeah, I got Rigo though. I'll take Rigo by the TKO. Oh, by the way, that TKO probably come around the 10th round, 10th, 11th round. Be a little later in the fight. He ain't gonna get it early. Lomachenko ain't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no sucker. Much respect to him, much respect to Rigondeaux, because this is one of them fights that motherfucker, I mean, Loma tried to duck, but if he took it, man, much respect to him. You can't do nothing but respect that, regardless, even if he was forced, his hand was forced or whatever like that. The fact that he taking the fight, he gets my respect. So, I mean, it is what it is. Fuck with me one time, go ahead over to my official site, hustlegangboss.com. Check out my music, you know what I'm saying? Just dropped a video recently for my song, It's My Turn, which is the title track off my brand new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's available, like I said, on my site, hustlegangboss.com, also on iTunes, Amazon, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere like broken glass, baby. Fuck with me one time. 100.